because you never tell a guy what you want, because then he'll do that just to reel you in, and then once you're in, he'll show you his true colors. And I'm a stand on that. And I'm sick of being a savior. And what really got me is that the one time I thought I was actually like saving somebody, he was thinking the same thing about me. That will eat you up real bad. I'm in high school. Why am I trying to compete with these grown women on Instagram? I'm in high school. Why am I trying to get a BBL, a nose job, and all these different things? I'm in high school. Why am I trying to have a beat face every day and I have to wake up at like 6 in the morning to get ready for school? Let's talk about it though. Yeah. I am currently editing right now, and I want to make a disclaimer that ignore my hair in this video. When I was recording it, it looked even, and now I'm editing and it's clearly on one side. So just ignore that. I do drop a lot of gems in this video, so don't let that stray you away. Hey guys, yes, we're back again. Same day, same hoodie day. Very corny, I know. In this video, we will be doing a reaction video to one of a girl who is one of my inspos, Stacy. This is her. She is a fellow YouTuber, Christian gal. That sounds just like her. Maybe it's in it. To me, I feel like that sounds like her. I thought it'd be cool for me to react to it because I feel like a lot of the stuff she talks about I've gone through, and she's like older than me, but not that much, but she's a few years older than me, and I feel like it would be cool to see like the differences but like the similarities and how that still happens. And a lot of the stories that I'll be talking about aren't even like recent. They're like in high school, and I will be sharing. Oh, she just uploaded another video. Well, this was like 21 hours ago, but she uploaded another video. I want to do videos like this where I react to videos that I feel like are uplifting and like advice videos that I can actually like tell y'all like my story that like goes with it, and then eventually I may do a story time. I found the video, and this is the one I was already gonna go with, but I was like, I don't know if I want to, so I skipped ahead a little bit. I've already seen the video, but I feel like she misses some key gems in there, and I was talking to my friend about it, and I feel like a lot of this stuff would be like cool to share with you guys. I wish you could do a video with me, but that might be another video that we could do together. Or maybe all my friends, where we talk about these topics as we watch a video, but I want to do the first one. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I literally put my camera up and I was like, oh, that was kind of fun. So I'm recording again. So y'all gonna get these bangers back to back, and just maybe, at least when I'm on break. And this video is 30 minutes, so this might be a long video.
Is it that same man who's on social media kissing another girl on social media? Is it that same man who's in the club getting girl to whine on him on social media? Is it that guy who invites you over and you say, I don't want to have sex, and he pressure you to put on your panties, and I'm not gonna touch you, I just want to look. Hey, not that guy. You can't.
That is a crazy statement that I've heard before. Not that exactly, but there are guys out here that are like that. Dumbledore. There are guys that are out here that do operate that way, which is crazy to think about. But yeah.
Mince me? That's what God has for me. These ones. These. Nope.
And we can ride the boogie, share that little love.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get hype. Let's get active. Eyebrows are already done, so that's why I look a little bit crazy. Like there's something happening in my head.
Oh, and I don't do makeup, so y'all probably will never see content like this from me. Makeup video. I have a video of me trying to do my eyebrows in like freshman, sophomore year of high school.
And I decided that I'm just gonna do my makeup on camera with just PR. Just PR. I'm not touching my own like Oh, maybe I'm right.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
I've never used this before. Is that a mistake? Who knows? I like to let this sit, so I'm gonna pair it with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray at Mont Blanc. Drink. Put up. Grab a. Used to be. It made us romanticize.
Oh wait, okay.
It made us used to be such relationship girl. This video. Oh, this is burning. Oh. I was thinking the other day about how in high school I used to be, or all of us used to be, relationship girlies. Like, I feel like watching TV shows and movies like Camp Rock or like High School Musical, and these people are falling in love, and it's like, you guys are 17. When I'm almost 17, why can't I be doing that? It made us romanticize the whole, like, fall in love when you're young thing, and it was honestly toxic. But anyways, at a time,
I literally talk about this all the time, how like I love Disney and it's toxic, like she said, because Dumbledore, it's literally toxic because you're pushing kids. Let me let him out. Good boy. You see the camera? You see the camera? Yeah. Good boy. He looks like he's gotten bigger, y'all, on camera. He looks like huge. Oh, no kisses. Thank you. But, he is a... You shaking the camera. He is a black lab mixed with a golden retriever. I'm training him to be a service dog. He'll get his own video soon. Here. Here. He likes picking up things off my desk, so I'm not letting him near my desk. What was I saying? Literally, it's so toxic because growing up, you see the relationships and, like, the dynamic. It's like, oh, he got hiccups. It's like, oh my gosh, like, it's like fairy tale. I don't know how to explain it without giving, like, a example. But basically, an example I had, the one that just came to my head, is that me and this guy were dating. We broke up, and it was, like, the only successful relationship I've had. But we broke up because of the age difference. I know, yeah, I was just talking about it in the other video. But not him. But broke up, and so we were texting when we made it official that we broke up, because we, like, prolonged the breakup because of different reasons. But we had made it official over text that we were broken up, and was listening around this time. On My Block was really popular, and that was my show, like, down bad. Like, Caesar was my man, and I was Monse was me, and I was her. It was a song from that show called Another Lifetime, which is a banger in my song, and because the words are, I hope you find your way, sorry you couldn't make it, I'll miss you every day, something like that. And so I had sent it to him, and I was like, oh, like, this song made me think of us, like, maybe in another lifetime we could be together. Girl, bye. And then he responded by saying, what did he say? He responded by saying, like, oh, I'm not listening to it unless you sing it to me. For some reason, that was an ick to me. But me singing the song wasn't an ick to me. Yeah, so, like, it's like I want a Disney story, but I don't want to receive it. Like, I want to be the initiator. I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, she is right about Disney being the source of it. And it irritates me hearing it sometimes, because the guy that I will eventually tell you all about, that was his thing that he would throw in my face. Like, it's, oh, like, you want that Disney romance or whatever. It's like, can you blame me? That's all we would watch growing up.
Hormones are literally raging. We as humans are biologically built to just want, like, to be with somebody, to be, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? For that to be fed to us on top of that, it was just really, really fueling the fire here of wanting to be with someone, like, wanting to meet or needing to meet someone. And I feel like when I was in high school, I was that type of girl. I wanted to be with someone so bad. A majority of my relationships in my early life were high school relationships.
And with that, a lot of my relationships too were, all my relationships were in high school. This is my second year of college and I haven't had a relationship yet. But dang, that's crazy. All my relationships took place in high school, and I thought I was gonna marry these men, these boys. I thought I was gonna marry them. Like, you're 13, 14, 15, thinking you're about to get married. This is the person you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. Girl, calm down.
Let me tell you something. If you guys are in high school right now or even college, do me a favor and just leave the men them alone. Leave the gal them alone. Leave everybody alone. Leave everybody the them alone. Because it's just a bad vibe, sister. It's all good. I can't tell you anything apart from character development that happens from the heartbreak that happens in high school slash college, babe. We're still suffering from the trauma of those things. Babe, do you want trauma? You don't? So sit down and read your book like you went there to do, like your parents think that you're doing. Shut up. And if you get cold, go hug your friend, your brethren, demand them. If you're anything like me, you explored like dating in high school, and I wasn't forcing it. Like I wasn't doing like having, you know.
I was forcing it. I wasn't allowed to date till I was 16, and I was dating. I like 13, 14, 15, sneaking behind my parents' back, saying, oh, he's just my friend. And then, like, a month later, I'm crying, talking about, like, oh, he doesn't want to be friends anymore. You literally have to put your healing on pause. And I don't think it's talked about enough that, like, high school dating high school breakups are the worst. I think I'm only saying this from experience so far, but I think high school breakups are the worst breakups you can experience because you literally have to put your healing process on pause. Because I think she says it, but like your parents call you down for dinner and you gotta go downstairs, suck it up, act like nothing ever happened. And from experience, my mom, around this time that me and the dude broke up, I'm gonna use him for a lot of examples because he's the only one I can talk about and not like be heard about. But we broke up. And like after we like texted all that and I sent him the song, so corny, my mom had called me downstairs and she was like, do you want to go to the store with me? And I was like, sure, like I'll go, acting like nothing was wrong. And so I'm listening to Beyonce, looking out the window, and it was crying that day too, or what? It was raining that day too, so it just like added to it. So I'm looking out the window like, oh my gosh, like we'll never be together. And then my mom, like, we got into the store and I had to act like it wasn't just sad a minute ago, because I didn't want her to like ask about it. So yeah.
I wasn't doing that, but I definitely was in relationships and just like trying it out because everybody else was in relationships. So I was like, why not? The delusional thing about baby Stacy was that she was looking for real love at the age of 18. Like, what do you, bro? Be real. Look at the prospects. Look at the people who you're looking at to be with. Like, do they seem serious to you? No. What makes you think that they're serious? The man does not even wash his drawers. You wanted him to care for you and pay for the date. Oh, babe. You're delulu. I don't know what was in my brain, but you know what? I'm honestly going to say that delusion was not 100% unhealthy because it did raise my standard. Like, I had standards. I'm going to call my delusion standards. I wanted to be treated a certain way, and I was looking for that, and I'm still looking for that. So that, God, please. And also,
I will also agree with that, because I don't know if y'all know, Isi Meme Adeko, she's another YouTuber, a bigger YouTuber. She and her husband, Josh and Isi, have a channel together, and I was trying to say that she would call herself a hopeful romantic. She would call herself a hopeful romantic and not a helpless romantic, and that made me feel the same way because it's not that I'm like, I can be delusional, but it's not that I am delusional. It's just that, like, I love love and I want that for me. And from an early age, I wanted love, like, but I didn't know what love was. Because I feel like that's not, like, taught enough. Like, love is, like, an action word, people say, but it's not, like, no one really explains what that is and the difference between loving someone and just being kind. because growing up, if a guy, like if a boy gave me like a pencil, I'm like, oh my gosh, like he loves me, we're gonna be together, girl, calm down. But I didn't even know what that was. I just thought like that meant like he liked me, but not like loved. Like I don't know how to explain it, but that really, it wasn't adding up. And so like I just found like in the Bible, and she says it too, but like in the Bible, it literally breaks down like what love is and what love isn't. And it's like, wow, like that's crazy that like to know that. And now when I look back and like think about like, oh, like I was in love with this person, I was in love with that person, or I thought they loved me, it wasn't it wasn't adding up. And so I believe she says it, and like I won't really give any examples on that, but like each one, was he this? No. Was he that? No. Was he? No. He didn't love you then. I'm sorry. And you really love him because you liked spending time with him. You liked being on the phone with him. What else did you really like about him or love him for? Because my friend Alicia, we'll get into that later, but she I was talking to her about this one guy that I thought like I liked, and she was like, well, what do you like about him? And so instead of me going back to like my high school answers, like, oh, like I like talking to him, I like how he makes me feel, da da da, and I just met the guy, all I had to say was that like I like he's cute, and I like he can hold a conversation, and that's it. That's bare minimum. That's what you look for in friendships. But not the cute part, but the holding conversation part, like that's what you look for in friendships. So now I look at like dating and stuff differently, and I'll explain my whole like thesis on that later, or like my whole breakdown on that. But yeah,
I was looking for love in places that there was no love. And honestly, at that point in my life, I had no business looking for love because I didn't even love myself. I thought I did. I thought self-love was like, jeez. I thought self-love was like, do you think you're a body? Of course. Done. And even that, I didn't even actually really deeply believe that. So I didn't love myself. That's just that. I'm gonna use the excess.
Let's talk about the whole baddie culture being really toxic, because growing up, or not even growing up, in high school, being baddie was like the it girl, like that's what you had to be. I'm in high school. Why am I trying to compete with these grown women on Instagram? I'm in high school. Why am I trying to get a BBL and a nose job and all these different things? I'm in high school. Why am I trying to have a beat face every day when I have to wake up at like 6 in the morning to get ready for school? Let's talk about it though. I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with those things, but it's like, I'm like 14. Why am I thinking about these things just to impress another boy who's my age, who just hit puberty? He don't know what he want, and neither do I. So yeah, but I'm really passionate about this, if y'all couldn't tell. But yeah, so I feel like the whole baddie culture was really toxic, and now we have other names for it, like the soft girl era and the clean girl aesthetic, like all that. Like it's just another version. But yeah.
Just carve out that.
Oh, also, I didn't love myself either. I'm still learning. I'm learning things about me and realizing like how bad it truly was, that like I didn't even know any the smallest things about myself. Like I had an interview the other day, and they said, what are your strong suits, I guess, and your weaknesses? Couldn't tell you. I thought like my strong suits were like communication and stuff like that, but then when you got to weaknesses, silence. I didn't know a thing, and I realized that like it's the smallest thing is like my favorite color. Like I used to be a teal gal. Like everybody was worried about like pink and purple. No, these teal girls, we really it. It is not talked about enough, because I know the difference between mint green, light blue, and teal. Thank you. I'll see it a mile away. But like I just, now it's like, oh, I don't know if I have a favorite color. I like bright colors. I don't know if they're like my favorite, and stuff like that. So I'm still learning myself. I'm learning like the stuff I need to heal from. I'm learning like different things about myself that I never thought about before. And I think because I'm going into my 20s, which is a crazy statement to say, but I get so happy every time I think about it. Like, I'm really about to be that girl. Like, I'm doing all this like preparation now for my 20s that I feel like I am setting myself up for success and not really like for failure, because I'm seeing all these girls in their 20s talk about like how hard it is and how like you're really like finding yourself. And I want to set myself up for success where that like I don't plummet because I didn't even think about these things. So I'm trying to think about them now. I'm just like in another headspace is what I'm basically trying to say. Not saying I got it all together now, but I'm really like taking it serious. Like, I'm really about to be in my 20s. Like, adulting, real adulting is what I'm about to enter.
Before I even put it down, phone detained in the color NC50. But I heard they're so good, and they have a chokehold on the African aunties. I'm gonna call my high standards delusion, and it is what it is. I wanted a lot, and I was looking for a lot, and as I should, because I provide a lot. I bring a lot to the table. So what do you bring? Nothing. Bring romance, flowers, something like. But.
And another thing, because as I was gonna say it, I got checked real fast. Call it the Holy Spirit, if you will. But I literally was gonna say, like, yeah, like, these boys don't even want to bring you flowers on Valentine's Day. Ma'am, I'm 14, 15 years old, don't have a job yet. Why am I buying you flowers? I can see both sides. But if you got a job and you texting me every day and you can't pick a single rose, what did I really mean to you? Nothing. I was entertainment. Just say that. But yeah.
If you're in high school and you're dating, or if you're in college and you're actively seeking a significant other, babe, just know I'm not going to tell you not to do it, even though I advise you don't do it. But the high school relationship type thing is one of the worst heartbreaks I've ever experienced in my entire life. Like, you know those heartbreaks where you're heartbroken, but then you have to, like, when your parents call you down for food, you gotta be like, and then go downstairs and act like you didn't want to just jump out of the window.
Yeah.
Like, one of them ones, and it's not cute. And it's honestly, it's not cute, and it's also not necessary. Like, why are you 17? You don't even know yourself and what you like to do. You think you do, but you actually don't. I promise you do not. Yet you're sitting here and wondering why a man does not like you. Do you even know what you like? Or do you even like yourself? Oh, okay. But you're wondering if a man... Oh, okay. Like, it's just a stupid thing to be doing, but...
It's stupid, it's unnecessary, but it's real. Because when it happens, that's like your whole world at that moment. And not saying that that boy was your whole world, but like, this is your experience right now in that moment. And so I don't want to like dismiss it, but it is unnecessary. Like, it's really, like, you can avoid it, but you don't know till you're really in it. And a lot of times, some experiences I would rather experience in high school than be an adult and experience it. Because my experience, I would be homeless. Yeah. The way it was in high school, I know it would have been worse if I was an adult. And I'm so thankful that it happened when it did. And not saying that I'm thankful for the situation, but I'm thankful that the experience happened when it did, if that makes sense. Like, it was a learning experience, and I'm glad it happened when it did.
If you decide to do it, just know, brace yourself, because...
Oh, and heavy on, you don't know what you even enjoy. Half of my hobbies that I did in, like, elementary school, middle school, I took on to high school and never really deeply got into those because I was filling my time with other unnecessary things like boys, and I wasn't really doing anything else. But school, obviously, you need to do. But, like, that took up a lot of my time. And, like, sports took up my time. So, well, sports was, like, a hobby for me. So, I can't really say that. But I let a lot of my time revolve around if a boy liked me or not. And, or the guy I was dating at the time. Like, not, like, one specific guy. Like, I had different relationships throughout high school. So, I'm not talking about, like, one specifically. But, like, I let... like, my world revolve around them, and it's not like their fault or anything. But it's like you don't know what you like. So like now I don't know what my hobbies are. I'm just now getting back into YouTube because I really want to take this seriously and I can see myself going really far. But up until today, or the past like 2 days, because I've been like prepping for these videos, up until then, I haven't picked up a camera. I literally been laying in bed on my phone, wasn't going to class. I was going to work, but like, because I need money, like, and then I got a puppy to train him to be a service dog because that was like something that I thought would be really something like I could really do and be passionate about. Oh, sorry y'all, I need some water. Something that I would be passionate about and I really enjoy it, so I'm like thankful. But like before, like last year, I didn't know what my hobbies were besides like YouTube, yeah, but let's be honest. How many videos did I post in? Exactly.
It's either going to be the love of your life, or you're going to be high school sweetheart, and you're going to be high school English, and you're going to be high school sweethearts, or it's going to be the worst heartbreak of your entire life. And most times, I'm not going to say 99% of the time because it's a random statistic that I just pulled out of my butt. Most of the time, it's going to be the second one, the latter. Okay?
And I wanted to be like the high school sweetheart statistic so bad. I thought, no, it went from I wanted to be a middle school sweetheart, so I wanted to be a high school sweetheart, to I wanted to be a college sweetheart, and now I'm realizing like, honestly, it's for the best that I don't, because at least me personally, I want to experience dating, not like sleeping with a bunch of guys or like having hoes or whatever. Excuse my language if you don't like cussing. I rarely cuss anymore, so like that's just, yeah. But I don't want that, but I want to get to know, like, I want to know what I like and what I don't like. I want to know what I will tolerate and won't tolerate in a relationship, and I feel like I can only learn that by dating. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but to me it makes sense. Like, because like if you're like a high school sweetheart and you only dated one guy all of high school, and now you're married like so on and so forth, it's like you never really got to experience what is it that you really wanted. You just dated this person and thought like, oh, I'm in love, and y'all stuck together forever. Not forever, but like, which is good. Like, y'all stuck together and y'all probably learned and grown together, but like, where's that independence at? Like, because you've been with that person since you were a child up until now, and it's like, where's the growth, if that makes sense? And some relationships do last, but then some, they get divorced after a couple years of actually being adults and being married. So that's just something I think about. And I do want my one person. I do want to get married and spend the rest of my life with that person, but I have to find them first, and I don't want to just settle for the first guy that comes, I don't want to settle for the first guy that just comes into my life and it's like, oh, I'm your husband, which I've done before, where like I was settling for guys that I thought were going to be the one, and like they clearly shown time and time again why they weren't, but I didn't listen. But yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, that heartbreak had me thinking of suicide. It had me thinking of just like, wow, ridiculousness. I'm telling you, the last year of me being on campus, I just felt like a cloud was following me all around. Why? Because I decided to choose man when I was not even getting A's in my classes. Like, girl, be real. Anyways, I'm going to use the Perk Up Cheek and Lip color on my cheeks. No, this low-key. Anyways, that first heartbreak is actually really, really something, but eventually, as you're
that
older,
first one hit
when you're
like the
actually
worst.
supposed to be trying relationships, not when you're younger and have no emotional stability at all, but when you're older, you get like a routine. Like, you don't let yourself sit and wallow away for too long. You know what I mean? You just like, that person wasn't for me, that person did not work, me and him were not meant to be together, and that's just easier for you as an older person to fathom. Hence why you shouldn't date when you're younger. But anyways, you kind of start to get picky because you don't want to subject yourself to skinta and stanta. Like, I don't want to constantly be getting my heart literally obliterated, so then I'd be like really, really careful about what I subject myself to. And in the process of being careful, getting picky, like, I'm getting like real picky at this point. Like, I literally got to a point where I wrote it down in my journal exactly what I want in a man, a relationship, in a marriage, in the way that they, like, down to the way that they raise their kids. I wrote it all down and I prayed over it because
I also wrote a list. My stepmom, she had told me to make a list of what I wanted in a relationship, what I would tolerate, what I wouldn't tolerate, and stuff like that, because she's been through similar situations that I've been through. And so I did that, and the guy was talking about my other video. On my other video, I did a story time on me meeting a guy and me talking to him, and he ended up being in a scheme. So go watch that video if you haven't already after this video, but definitely go watch that video. But after, where was I going with that? I'll probably edit it in. But oh yeah, so he had asked me what I wanted in a relationship, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable sharing that information, because you never tell a guy what you want, because then he'll do that just to reel you in, and then once you're in, he'll show you his true colors. Anyway, so, and I'm a stand on that. Yeah, but anyway, so I wrote down what I wanted, and I find myself compromising what I want. I literally have it written down what I want, but if he's like off like 20 different things, I'm like, oh, like, it's okay. Like, we can work on it. No. And I'm sick of being a savior. And what really got me is that the one time I thought I was actually like saving somebody, he was thinking the same thing about me. That will eat you up real bad. And so, yeah, so I'm not being the savior anymore. Me and my friends have talked about it, like, we're not being the savior. You're either going to be working on yourself, already healed, or it's a done deal. Yeah, and like, we can grow together, but I'm not lifting you up and you're trying to pull me down. We're not doing that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of just like dished it to the side. I definitely should grab my journal.
I wasn't even screen recording that part. Oh my gosh.
Continue to pray over it. Because did you really mean it, babe? Act like you do. Next, I'm going to use the Morphe 2 high. It's, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm a bit hungry for love right now. Like, hungry.
Back over the summer, I would say I was really hungry for love. Like, I got on dating apps. I was texting guys that, like, I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere, but I was texting them hoping that it would. I'll say, like, one guy. But, and then, like, more recently, I started, like, shooting my shot more often. But right now, I can say, like, this whole month so far, and it's only 16 days in, but, or maybe like a little bit of last month, I can't say that I've genuinely wanted a relationship anymore, because I've just been, Lord, you're funny, but I've just been seeing more recently that, I'm not gonna cry. You know when you're about to cry and like you could feel it like tingling right here? But I have been shown that there's so many things I need to work on, so many places I need to grow before I can even think about being in a relationship. And I've seen this quote, I don't know if I can find it, but like a meme or whatever. And it's like, the closer y'all get to God, like if God is in the center, the closer y'all get to God, the sooner y'all will find each other, pretty much. And so I'm just praying that whoever I'm supposed to be with, that he is seeking God as much as I am, maybe more, and then he'll find me. But more, and that we'll find each other when the time is right, and he'll be everything that I want and more. Yeah.
It's sad. It's so sad. Like, I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I want love, but I don't want it that bad that I'm going to risk, like, messing with everybody to figure out if they're the one for me or not. Like,
Also, I figured out this too, because since I haven't wanted a relationship in a few days now, a couple guys have reached out to me that I don't even know, but they've reached out to me and they'll add me on Instagram and they'll be like, oh, like, I see your profile, you're so pretty, da da da, can I talk to you or whatever? And it's like, for one, I'm not even, like, amused anymore, and two, like, and they're not, like, bad-looking dudes or whatever, so it's not, like looks or anything, it's just simply, like, I know you're not the one for me. I can just tell. Or, I don't feel nothing. And, so, like, I've made it clear of, like, my boundaries from the jump, because I'm not doing the whole texting for a week, and I tell you my boundaries, and it's like, oh, you're a ghost. I'm letting it be known right front and center that, like, you're not touching me, I'm sorry. Like, and I mean that figuratively and literally, like, you're not touching me. Like, the two guys that have reached out to me in the past couple weeks, this second guy, I didn't tell him, but I could just tell it wasn't going anywhere, and so I just blocked him. But, the first guy, I'm gonna do a story time on him, but long story short, I had told him that I wasn't having sex till I'm married, and he was trying to almost talk me out of it. Bye. Yeah.
Willing to wait and find the perfect one, but Lord, if the perfect one could come soon, please allow him. What's crazy is
just let me be ready.
A lot of my friends
please
have different opinions whenever I have these conversations with them. The other day I was talking to my friend Philip, and he's a boy, so already he's gonna have a different opinion on the things I'm saying. I'm talking about how I want love, all this stuff, and he's just like nodding and smiling, and I'm like, yo, do you have anything to say? Like, what's going on into that brain of yours? And he said to me, because he was like, what do you want in a man? And I'm telling him, I want somebody who's God-fearing, someone who knows God, like, someone who, like, I don't want to be carrying somebody's child and then they're not, like, concerned about the way that I am feeling or noticing any spiritual change when I'm pregnant so they can grab me and pray over my stomach and all this stuff. Someone who's caring, someone who's kind, someone who's romantic. Romance me, right? Romance me, right? I need a nice movie. That don't take me to the movie.
Okay, girl.
Like, please, is that the word to ask? I want, like, flowers, but I don't want to ask for flowers. Like, the second I have to ask you for flowers, you even insinuate, like, that I want flowers. Like, the second I have to be, like, walking by a store and seeing flowers and being like, oh, that'd be so great to have. You fumbled. You're fumbling, you're done. I had to put the idea inside your head. I want a man who has those ideas.
It's really not that hard. And, like, I was saying in my other video, that, like, that whole, like, spontaneous, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, spontaneous, like, oh, we should go here. No, like, call me, say, hey, what are you doing? Nothing, chilling at home. You got anything to do later? No. Okay, we're going here. Like, put your foot down. Like, oh my gosh, like, and don't just take me anywhere. Listen to what I'm telling you. If I'm telling you, oh, like, Applebee's is my favorite spot right now. Oh, hey, what you doing? Nothing. We going to Applebee's. Okay, I like to eat. Clearly. Anyway.
Like, God would never, like, people never put me in a situation where I have to make the man that I'm with treat me the way that I want to be treated. No. I saw this video of this girl who was like, sometimes I think about shooting my shot.
I want, like, a guy to love me authentically. Like, I shouldn't have to tell you how I want to be loved. Like, I want you to do this, and that. It should just happen. Like, and yeah, like, I know there's, like, love languages or whatever. But, like, I feel like it should just click. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it makes sense in my head, but when I'm trying to, like, say it out loud to y'all, like, I don't think it really makes sense. Let me know in the comments if y'all are getting what I'm putting down. If y'all are catching what I'm putting down. But yeah.
I think about the fact that the man for me would never make me shoot my shot. And I was like, honestly, girl math is checking out. For sure. So yeah, I'm telling Philip.
I don't have a problem with shooting my shot, but I literally have to, like, hype myself up, or I have to ask, like, everybody in the room, like, oh, should I do it? And that's something I need to work on, because I should be able to make my own decisions. I shouldn't have to rely on other people's opinions to make my decisions for me. And if I am asking somebody, it should be God. The man upstairs should be my only person I go to for comfort. unless it's like my mom or somebody or my dad, like somebody. But like if I'm just asking my friends, they gonna be like, do whatever you feel is right, and I'm still gonna wait till they give me an answer, and it shouldn't be like that. But I have no problem shooting my shot. It's just when you're shooting your shot and constantly missing, sometimes it's okay to ride the bench and wait till coach puts you out there. If that makes sense.
That I want in a man, and why does this man look me in my eye and say to me, Stacy, do you think that the man that you're looking for, like, do you think that he deserves or wants a woman like you?
He really ate her up on that one. Because I think it was B. Simone. She had made a post like that. About like, you're saying, or I think it was on a podcast maybe, like you want this, and that in a man, but does that equal what you're doing right now? So you want a man who's hygienic. Are you hygienic? You want a man who is making this, and that amount of money. Are you working, making this amount of money or close to that? Or does that align with the lifestyle you want? Like, if you want a man to take care of you, what are you going to be doing? If you want a man who communicates and doesn't raise his voice when there's confrontation, do you not raise your voice and communicate? Or do you go off on him, name call him, and da-da-da? Not saying that's what I do. I'm just saying. And I'm not gonna lie. I've done it. Y'all, I've done it. I've been the toxic girl, and I will admit that. It took me a long time to get there, but I will admit I was toxic. Yeah, that's a story for another day. But that's another reason why I think, like, that was another sign for me from God that, like, I need to get my life together. Because how do I want all these things and I'm not adding up at all? Like, well, I'm literally going to show y'all one day, like, my list so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about and, like, how I would add up to that. But, yeah.
No way. There's no way, bro. I've never been humbled like that in my life. And when people say male friends will humble you, oh, yeah, babe. For sure.
I got one of those.
Thinking about it, I was like, honestly,
He knows who
I
he is.
went to the club, and I claimed that I want a Christian man and all this stuff, but I do be wearing really, 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 really scandalous outfits, and I really, like, I do be in the streets, and I don't be doing this, and I don't be that consistent with my Bible, and I do, like, I'm sitting here talking about I want a man who. Babe, this finger that you're pointing, you turn. So that made me really, really think. And then I was talking to, like, Layla about this, and Layla was like, but don't you want someone to, like, accept you for who you are? Yes. But if I have someone who just accepts me for who I am in this spot of my life right now that I'm in, I'm not where I want to be in life.
Yeah.
So if I'm not where I want to be in life and you're accepting me for who I am, you're not pushing me to do better, or not, like, you're not doing it, that makes me question you. And eventually I'm going to outgrow you in this season. Especially if I know that later in life I'm going to be a better person than I am now. I'm going to take care of the body that God gave me, and, like, I'm going to be going to the gym more consistently, and I'm going to
Lord, I claim it.
that I've always wanted, and I'm going to get the money that I've always wanted, and I'm going to, you know, be the spiritual being that I've always wanted to be. If I know that I'm making those changes and I'm going to be a completely different person than I am right now, why would I be going for someone who's going to just accept me for right now and not for, like, be a motivation to change? Like, that just didn't make sense. Whatever Philip was telling me was banging in my head. Philip, I'm not gonna lie, you hurt my feelings, you did. But baby, you was spitting. Continue to be blessed. Continue to be blessed. This face is actually pretty cute, pretty smooth. Look at that. Was I supposed to just, you know what I mean? These ones are the cashew, which is more mine. As I'm doing this whole thing where I'm trying to be a better person, not only for myself, but, like, when I'm in Duka, like, I don't want to miss my chance. I want him to see me and be like, hey, you're all I ever wanted. I'm really like, and I get that, because look at me, I'm all I ever wanted. I'm perfect. I'm perfect for you too. Not a surprise. Like, I want to feel that way. But anyways, ever since I've been trying to make the necessary changes to be that person that I've always known I can be, but just been a little bit too overcome with laziness I have started to become really, really picky, to the point where anybody will talk to me, or, like, the people on my roster will talk to me, and I just don't find interest in them, and I kind of write them off really quickly. And it honestly concerns me a little bit, because am I writing off people too quickly? Like, have you...
I think I'm entering that phase where I'm writing off people too quickly because, I don't know, and part of it might be because, like, I'm at home, because, like, I work and stuff, so I still go out, but, I don't know, it's like, I had good ideas, like, oh, like, could I see myself with him, could I see myself with him, and at the time, not back then, like a while ago, I thought that was, like, a bad thing that I would picture myself with every guy that I met or interacted with, and sometimes, I still think that, but every now and then, it's like, oh, well, like, it's good to, like, be alert on, like, what you want and what you don't want. So if you see a guy and he acts like this, it's like, oh, like, that quality in that guy I would want in my husband. But not saying that man specifically is going to be my husband. I just got to redirect my thinking.
Thought about the fact that, what if you met your man already, but you didn't know they were your man because you were just, like, looking for the wrong thing, or, like...
And this is where my overthinking comes into play, because I will sit here and think about this for hours, and then I'll, like, think about every interaction I've had with a guy and be like, oh my gosh, was that the one? Was that the one? And it's like, if it was the one, God would have told me. I believe he would. I pray he would. But would I be ready right then and there? No.
In the wrong mindset, or like what? Like, what if your man was this man, but you thought your man is a 6'4" basketball hooper, and you didn't ever think, maybe it was that short king over there. You missed.
My mom talks about this pretty often, because, not pretty often, but when we have our talks, because she said, I don't know if she's okay with me putting this, but I'm gonna word it differently, but she's told God she wanted this, and that, or like she didn't want this anymore, and like, the devil be listening too. So she got what she wanted, but it wasn't what was best for her. And then now she's in a place where, like, she got what she needed. I don't know. But she got what she said she didn't want, and that ended up being the person that, like, she's supposed to be with. I don't know how to word this because it's kind of a touchy subject. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying.
Opportunity, romance for life, because of your materialistic, like, view on love. I'll choke. God forbid. The other day I was actually getting really, really concerned, and you guys know me, I therapize myself. Like, someone commented on my last YouTube video that I'm so self-aware, and I've never thought about it like that, but I actually am. Like, I refuse to be told by someone else about myself. Like, you can't sit there and be like, oh, babe, you need XYZ, because I've already told myself that.
And that's why I love her videos, because she also talks about in another video, I believe, that she has, like, a psychology degree. Girl, you're now my new therapist. And that's why I wanted to react to her videos with y'all, because as I'm watching them, I be thinking about, like, dang, like, this went with this and this went with that. And so I want to record it so I can go back and see, like, girl, yeah. So what are you doing now? Future me, what are you doing now? Yeah. Did you grow? Did you learn? I hope so.
That when you're getting in a relationship, you're going to be each other's perfect half. And that is contrary to the truth. Because you actually have to be a full person before meeting somebody else. Like, you can't rely on someone to fix the faults. Like, especially if your faults are wild, bro. You have daddy issues and mommy issues. Combination. Like, you need to fix yourself and be aware of your problems before this person comes into your life. Like, you can't just, like, you know what I mean? This person's not supposed to, like, make you full. This is what we grew up believing that love is supposed to be. Like, you, me, boom, we're love. But then now you expect this other person to, like, overcompensate for the ways in which past people treated you. You have trauma. Someone did something bad to you when you were younger and you still have not recovered from it. Now I'm sitting here battling these demons on your behalf. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not love, babe. And even that's a trauma bond. Let's be vigilant, let's be aware, I'm ranting up with the hula. So
we can talk about trauma bonding in another video.
Not perfect person, because I'll never be perfect. Better person, not only for myself, but for
if y'all got any other, like, topics, if y'all got any other, like, topics that y'all want to talk about in a video, put them down below. And go follow my Instagram at AJAllDay101.
People talk about, like, that commitment issues. Like, I get a guy and I don't know how to stick around. Am I a hoe? What am I doing? I was actually, like, confused. I remember when I went on vacation to Ghana. Love Ghana. Ghana. I was not committed to nobody. Like, and they did not have a problem with it. I was open and blatant about the fact that, Listen, I'm just a girl and I'm also young and I'm not trying to do nothing serious with none of y'all. So if I'm on you and you guys all know about each other, who gonna stop me? So I was thinking to myself, like, am I still in that type of time? Like, am I still not deep to the fact that I'm no longer in Ghana? Like, this is real life now. It's not on vacation. We're not on holiday. There you go. Or like, am I dubbing people and like leaving relationships early with valid reason? I was scared for a little bit there. I can't lie. I was a little bit worried for myself. I was like, have I been dubbing people who, you know what I mean, could have been more in my life? Have I missed out on my blessing by dubbing people who, you know, like leaving people or like not fighting hard enough for people who could be more in my life and da-da-da-da?
The difference between me and her in that scenario is that when I talk about like guys that could have been the love of my life, it's always like guys I've never even like talked to on that level. So yeah, that's my delusion.
Like, I'm sitting here and I'm scared. Like, I'm wondering. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, So I get my journal and I start writing down. As I'm writing it out, I'm realizing I don't have commitment issues. I have the spirit of discernment. Now, for you guys who don't know what discernment is basically like having good judgment. And for spiritual people, it's like basically like the Holy Spirit talking to you. Like the Holy Spirit telling you, like, baby, you're on the right path, baby, you're not on the right path, basically. And I've always had a pretty good spirit of discernment. Like when I was younger, my cousin one time was like friends with this girl, and she was like a close family friend. Like this girl was always around our family, and I used to tell my cousin all the time, this girl. Damn, I'm burping a lot. This girl, watch your back. My cousin used to be like, Stacy, stop. Like, she's a good gal. Like, we've been friends with her since way back. You've been friends with her since way back. Not me. Don't put me in that shit. Lancome sent me an eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna try to just work from here. I
feel like I might have the spirit of discernment, but I don't know, because part of me is like, I am disobedient sometimes, and I know, y'all, but I be like, I know something is off, but then I'll choose to do it anyway, and then suffer the consequences.
Period. I'm definitely not using these thingies, though. And her mother too, they were just all rabbits. It came from a lifetime of rabidity and rambunctious behavior. Anyways, so I was like, yeah, I think, and I actually took the time to like deep everybody who I've ever, you know, fell out with, or like relationships that have not gone the way that, you know, happy ever after. So I'm thinking about it. There's just no way. Like, there's just no way. I'm looking at it, I'm like, the data is not aligning. It's no correlation in this data. If I'm sitting to God and praying to God about having a man that loves me for me and loves me for this and loves me for that, is it that same man who's on social media kissing another girl on social media? Is it that same man who's in the club getting gal to wine on him on social media? Is it that guy who invites you over and you say, I don't want to have sex, and he pressure you to pull down your panties and I'm not gonna touch you, I just want to look. Hey, it's not that guy. You can't convince me that's what God has for me. These ones. These.
And that's the mindset I have in. Like, God does not have this in planned for me.
You think he would want that for his own image? That's craziness, man. Be real. I like when people are real with me. I like when people.
But then I also have to operate in the same way, as much as I don't want to sometimes. I have to operate in the same way. Is that what I'm doing? Is that what God has in store for this person too? How I'm acting, because they're also a child of God. Most of the time, the guys I talk to are Christian men, so they're also a child of God. And even like the guys that aren't Christian, God still created them. Is that what he wants for his creations? No, he wants them to come home. And how am I operating as a Christian woman on? That's a whole nother topic, but yeah.
Meet me on a reality-based level. Can we please do that? Thank you. I'm gonna go for like a soft glam, like a nude eye, like I always do. Like, it's quite boring actually. I kind of want to try more looks that are like out there, because this look for me is just getting boring. Like, it's getting real boring. I either need to try a look that's out there or get somebody else to do my makeup so that it's not me who has the creative freedom over where this face goes. You know what I mean? And I also have a terrible habit of not, I was gonna wear, but God forbid I put able to do process of
Try Puffs Plus Motion for noses that are sore and red, and make cold and flu season
and worse, you know what I mean? When you do this process of elimination thing that I'm talking about, guys, you're gonna get over people a lot faster. Like, you're gonna realize that's not for me. That like, God would never do me that dirty. God would never do me dirty in general. Like, so the fact, like, you is dirty. That you would be me being done dirty. Like, there's no way that me and you could go. It's not gonna work, right? And then you just get over them. Like, you realize what's for you and what's not for you. And then you get over things that are not for you, because why would I want something that's not in correlation with my path in life? Like, be real, be real, be real. Get woke. Go woke. Stay woke. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me. I think I mixed 2 songs. Honestly, it's getting quite lonely. I was actually just on the phone with my friend Bashi Bash, and we're talking about how we want men so bad. Like, it's getting really, really like sad out here. Like, we're getting really, really bored, and like we really, really want to love someone else other than each other. Like, I'm not even being. Like, it's not a joke. Single life it can get really, really boring. I love myself. I do. I really have built that in myself. Like, I did a whole, you know what I mean?
I'm still working on it.
I've done the seances. I've done the prayers. I've done the journaling. I love myself. I've established that. I adore myself, actually. Obsession. Period. But loving myself, yeah, it's just, I'm gonna be honest, it's not enough for me. It's not enough for me. I feel like I can't be one of those people who are like, honestly, if someone never comes ever again in this life, I'll be fine. And I always say that. Like, I always say that that's me. Like, I can be fine with my own presence for the rest of my life. And honestly, I'm a damn liar. I just want someone else. Please, God. Please, God.
I just want my
For me
person.
and my kinfolk. Like, God forbid Basha gets someone and then I don't get someone. Like,
And a
what?
family.
I wanna be
And
sick. I
kids.
want to be sleeping in the middle of their bed. And God forbid I get one and then she doesn't get. Like, I want all my bitches to get it. Like, they all deserve that. Bro, me and my friends were talking about how we are, like, kind of sort of like the perfect package. Like, I be cracking a couple jokes here and there. I'm a fun time. I'm not hard to look at. Like, good luck. Maybe not for too long, but, you know, can cook, kind of. I can clean. I could be adventurous. I could be uplifting. I could be caring. I could pray over you. You could pray over me. Like, there's just not all the things that we lack. It's like, where is all the pursuiters? Where's all the suitors? Where's all the men? Where's all the good ones? Because it seems like you guys are lacking really, really bad. Like, how are we so good and you guys so bad? Like, how?
Y'all, my back hurts.
Honestly, it sounds quite delusional. Like, I actually, when we're having this conversation, I was telling them, like, can we all be real with one another? Like, how are we perfect? You know what I mean? Must be something wrong. It must be something we're not seeing. Can we be real? Like, are you lying to me or am I lying to you? I'm not like, but are you lying to me? But I can't wait. Like, I want that so bad. And I know God knows how bad I want it, but it's like, I don't want any random, like, love. Like, I'm not trying to have struggle love. I'm not trying to have love where I have to ask for something. I don't want to have love where it's like, wahala. I've had wahala love before.
I think about this all the time. I want a comfortable lifestyle. That word was eating me up in the last video. I just want a comfortable life. Like a nice sized house. It don't gotta be like a mansion or a big house, just a nice house in the suburbs, and like a community where like all the houses are close together, but they got like big yards, and like where I can have get-togethers on my house, and me and my husband are like in love. We show our kids like real love. We're close with our kids. Our kids can communicate with us and talk to us, and we go to church every Sunday, and we're really involved in different things, and we are able to bless people with our resources and different things like that. Like, is that too much to ask for? We're able to retire.
I'm not trying to ride and die for somebody else unless I'm really, really riding and dying, and you're riding and dying too. For me, for you.
And riding and dying, why are we dying? You know, like, why can't we just live? You know? No? Okay. Okay, that's pretty much the end of her video. But yeah, like, just to wrap up, I really like how she's saying, like, this is like a conversation. I want it to be a conversation with you guys. I really want to build like a community of women that are seeking to grow, that are loving and caring and kind, and we want to help each other out as best as we can, because, you know, it's social media. But still, and like, I want to be a big sister to you guys. Like, I'm really getting to that age, and that's like crazy to think about. Like, I'm like so happy just talking about it. I'm really getting to that age where, like, I have some wisdom, you know? Like, I got a couple cards up my sleeve, you know? Some gems I want to drop. I'm really excited, and I honestly feel like making another video. Like, y'all might see some bangers out of me. Like, 2024, y'all are not ready. I can, like, feel it, and I'm claiming it, and the hustle is about to be hustling. Yeah. So, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment, y'all. I want to see y'all thoughts. I want to see y'all experiences in the comments below. If you relate to anything, if there's anything that I said that stuck out to you, anything like that, please leave a comment, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm saying that again because I'm really excited, y'all. All right. Bye.